you and I is all we've got. Together, hey, there ain't just remember, you and I is all we've got. Together, hey, there ain't just remember, you and I is all we've got. Together, hey, there ain't just remember, you and I is all we've got. Together, hey, there ain't just remember, you and I is all we've got. Together,
Some say Formula One isn't really a sport. What sport has stadiums that span seas? Or revels in driving rain, blazing sun, and blackest night? What sport makes even Vegas stop and stare? Sure, We have passing and curveballs and even the odd dive. But for us, the back of the net is no place to be. Breakpoint is rarely an advantage, and halftime, we do it in no time. Our kit saves lives. Our goals change futures. Our slam dunks echo around the world. And our big game, we do it 23 times a year. This is no ordinary sport. This is Formula One.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Good evening, everybody.
How are we? Welcome to PRL Round 6, Season 4. This week we are in Imola. And welcome, Trev.
Good evening. How are you?
How
sir?
are you? Good, you?
I'm super. Absolutely wonderful, as I've just been explaining to you. I'm not tired. I'm not cranky. I'm absolutely on my game.
Beautiful. They are beautiful people. Blitz, I hope you are well. So yeah, welcome. It is round 6 of our Season 4. We have only got 17 drivers today. We are missing a few. More importantly, we are missing our equal champion for the past 3 seasons. He is away in the lovely Portimao.
Now, I heard a rumour that he's had them install a telephone in his bathroom in the hotel so
It's
that
not
he
a
can
vicious
sit on,
rumour. We've got a picture of that.
yeah, so that he can sit on the loo and phone Babe Station. I mean, it's just a rumour.
Such a weird thing that is, isn't it?
Well, you saw my answer that I gave him. My reason why I thought it was.
It's one of those things that you never knew you needed until you saw it.
Exactly.
So as we're just loading in, let's have
Never
a look.
underestimate the danger of a toilet mishap.
No, we've all been there. Let's have a look at the championship table then for the equal tier. Kenyon is leading the way, but Hound and Dodos are hot on his heel, followed by
And
Mikey as well.
Yeah.
So, and Vales, they're not too far behind. None of these drivers are too far behind. So this week is going to prove pivotal. I very much doubt Kenyon is still going to be at the top going into next week. Cedric is off the bottom of the table after his point last week. He's up into P19, looking to continue a fairly fine form from the week that we saw in our VRNL, friendly league that we're working together. Lots of PRL drivers are involved in that. Let's go to construction table. McLaren are leading the way, starting to build a little bit of a healthy lead. But again, that might get a little bit damaged today because Kenyon is racing for McLaren. Let's get back on with the show.
Right, apparently we might have to restart because Viewmaster disconnected and it's retired them.
Where was that said?
In equal chat, Hound has said. I did notice while you were chatting that he is absolutely blank on our screen.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's happened in the past though with a number of drivers, and we haven't restarted.
Is it?
Okay. It's a known glitch.
Okie doke.
I mean, there's nothing to stop it from happening again, so it's one of those ones.
Yep. It's unfortunate, as Ollie said, but it's happened to others before. You can tell I'm not as seasoned in comms as you are, because I haven't come across this before. We've already got drivers out.
Yeah. I will not do anything until I hear otherwise from our other owner on the grid. Right. Don't know if there was a weather reporter, was there?
We've not had one that I've seen. It's certainly dry on screen.
P14 from Matt tonight from Alan.
I'm assuming that Alan's thinking that 3 are going to retire.
Yeah. Best case scenario.
Anybody in there? Oh, dry all the way, says Blitz.
Nice. Good to see. We know Imola has a little bit of a habit to throw in a little bit of weather.
It's so many dry races. It just seems weird for us.
Sid is out early. He is, and he did say to me after last week, he was like, "You didn't point out my helmet." And I was like, "We did point out his helmet, because we said how he was wearing a Haas helmet in a Haas car."
You did, indeed. I remember that.
So he's out early this week, Sid. We will watch Sid, because I think the others are on a... Yep, there was an intermediate run from J7 BP. So Sid is the furthest car back on the softs.
Yeah, I've just got the usual one.
Say Blitz. Even I remember the helmets. Should do. I like to notice people's helmets, as weird as it sounds. And Sid sets a good banker of a 116.3. It's not bad for a first attempt. Go down to Razza. Final corner 115.7 from Razza in the AlphaTauri. No, Razza's more than capable of putting a decent lap. Mr. Indy is invalidated early on.
Blitz has confirmed that he heard the helmet talk.
Helmet Talk. Do that. We should start a part. That's a good podcast name, isn't it? Helmet Talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Who else?
Also, you'll probably find Helmet Marco's already got it copyrighted and we just get sued. Yeah.
You can have £1 a week. That's about all I can afford. Oh, and no, Anfo's on an outlaw. We did invalidate. Mr. Indy's back, so it is Anfo the furthest one, is he? Or is it? No, it's actually Matt. No, it's not. It's another Ferrari. It's Hound, sorry. Blitz is gifting 1 tier sub to Pitbox Radio Community. It's their gift to sub in the channel. JT Blitz gifted a tier 1 sub to the best ever 13. Who is the best ever 13? I don't recognise that name. But we appreciate it regardless of who it is. Thank you, Blitz. Town is up Acra Minerale. Around the chicane, he takes that lovely.
He did.
Down into the final corner early on in the power, all the way short burst of the line. 1:15.4 new fastest time.
Here comes Indy.
1:16.1. Handful. reservist, our only one on track this week. He's reserving for Alpine. Across the line. Oh no, he must have backed out. He's going now.
I think next will be Matt then.
It will be Matt in the Ferrari. Oh, it won't be actually. It will be Blitz. We will look at Blitz. He's just ahead of him. Comes down deep into the final couple of corners. Power down, and he's going to be crossing the line. It's looking like a good banker lap as well. A 1:15.3, decent bank lap. It is currently P1. Straight back down to Matt if I can get there quick enough. Can do 1:16.4. Goes P6 just behind Cedric. Then we'll go down to Syrah, who we do know, and we have been told that, well, I watched him during the week. He is running wheel again. So he is looking to get back into a fasty pace. He was on wheel before and he was fast. So we know what's come. Oh, he's fighting that car.
Rowden has come out on the intermediates.
Has he?
Yes.
Brave.
Mm.
Is he actually? Oh, he is out, yes.
Yeah.
We were just sitting in the pit with him. Wow.
Nope.
Here comes Syrah. 1:15, 1:16, 1:17 dead P7. Who is furthest ahead? That would be Mikey. That is a Red Bull J7BP just starting, so it'll be Mikey as well. Blitz will be coming in, and then there's a Ferrari of Hound. Not Hound, sorry, that will be Matt. Just about to come in, I'm sure. So yeah, Mikey and J7BP. J7 is improving 1.1 in sector 1, but he was running the intermediates on the last stint.
Just while you're on there, I'm on board with Mikey. It's a very tidy looking lap so far.
Yeah, he's been on a really good run of form of late. Seems like a big improvement from... Well,
Oh, he's invalidated though over the chicane. He took
Commentator's
too much
curse.
of the first. Yep, exactly. Apologies, Mikey. He took too much for the first part of it.
J7BP crosses the line for a new faster lap, 1:14.505. Rubber duck at the end of sector 1, and it was Mikey, like you said, he's just invalidated, so is he having a little bit of a warm-up?
I think he's trying to build up his ERS again, yep.
Rowden in sector 3. Just having fun on those inters. You have to come in. He's going to run out of time. He's only got 7 minutes left.
It's Rubber Duck that's in sector 3 now.
Rubber duck, P4. Who else have we got?
Night Owl, I think will be next, followed by
Yes,
Dale,
it
as far
will
as I can
be.
see.
Will be indeed. Jason will be coming in. Yep. Let's go back down to Night Owl. J7 retired, happy with that time. It's going to get him through to Q2. There comes Night Owl. What's the line for 1:14.9? Goes P2 as well. Raza in the pits, happy as well.
Vale must have pulled out of his. I've only just noticed he's back up to 100% ERS.
Mikey across the line, 1:14.957. just knocks down Night Owl. That'd be enough for Q2 as well. Dodos is there. We've got Haas going now as well. Antho.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah,
Or is it
Antho's in
Dodos?
sixth.
Dodos, just ahead of Antho. Mr. Saturday, as we know him. Come out. He's out quite early for Q1, to be fair to him. As P2, 14.6. I don't know who it was we just before.
Antho.
Who's gone up there? It was Antho, yep, he's gone up to P9, 15.8. Only Vale is the furthest round. Hayes is in the McLaren, he's about to start. Cedric, I don't feel safe. You're going to be, yeah, it's going to be tight. I always work on your sort of position that everyone's going to improve.
It depends. I mean, he said he doesn't feel safe, but does he mean his time, or
I
is
don't
maybe
know.
Matt?
Do you want me to call 999 or
touch his knee, or
is this your way of communicating? Sarah, improving nearly 2.5 tenths at the end of sector 2. It's not going to be enough to push him up any places if he doesn't improve in sector 3.
he's going to get tiny little bit of a toe there.
Tiny. Crosses the line. 116.229. Goes P12.
He must have a crack in sector 3 then.
Cedric is out in the pits. He did not feel safe, but he is out. Hayes crosses the line. 17.3. He is on the elimination zone, and I think, unless he's got fuel to regen and go again straight away, he's not got time to come in and come out. I don't think. Blitz is retired. He's in P7. Proud and outlap as well. Hayes retired. Vale retired. Syrah is running. He's flashing fuel light. So I'm not sure he's got enough to go in. Need a little bit of a. Need that yellow caution sign to go away. I need the time.
Hayes is going very slowly, so I'm assuming he's trying to rebuild his.
2 minutes 40 seconds.
He's going to have to go again now. He's left himself no choice.
Yep, he's rebuilding now. He's got time to stay out if he's got fuel and rebuild. As long as he doesn't obscure someone, there's nothing against it. He has got a Ferrari of Matt coming up close behind him.
Possibly going as gently as he is, just to not take too much life out of the tires.
Mr. Indy is out the pits now, leaving it till the last minute. A couple of outlaps. Hayes, Rowden is starting sector 1. Sidvik is following him. Rowden had a little bit deep into turn 1. Compromises entrance into turn 2. Always took some curbs as well. It's going to slow the car down. Rowden has pulled out. Let's go back down to Cedric. Cedric is sliding. Pull out of this, Sid. Pull out of it. Start again. You've got time. Don't rush. He is done. Well done.
He has.
Same as Rowden. Yep, he's listening. Good old wiggle woggle. Hayes is still there. Rowden is going to be slightly ahead. So Mikey retired in P5. He's happy. It is going to be.
Has invalidated.
He pulled out earlier in the lap as well.
Oh right, sorry, I missed that. Right, got you.
He missed.
Thinking,
Had a bit of a dodgy corner in turn 4 and 5. Same as Cedric.
Dodgy corner.
Well, maybe.
You don't want that when you're strapped into a suit.
So it is last chance saloon for Hayes and McLaren. Make or break time. It's a better turn 1 and 2 from Hayes. Mr. Indy is actually further ahead, but he's sitting in P11, so we're going to focus on the guys that are in a little bit more of an immediate danger of losing out.
I can tell you that Hayes is already up by 6.5 tenths through sector 1.
No movement yet on the grid for him. Mr. Indy was... no, it wasn't. That was Matt up to P11. Hayes is improving half a second at the moment. That's still not going to be enough to jump a position. Last corner. Ah, he's invalidated. Hayes is in the pits.
I'm not sure that Rowden's... he's going to have a crack in sector 3 as well. He was 4.5 seconds up through sector 2, but unless it went very slow in sector 3.
He doesn't improve. Cedric is safe and into Q2. Same as Rowden. So that does conclude Q1 in Imola. Please join us in a few into Q2 after we lose Remaster and Hayes. We'll be back in a minute.
People coming out quite quick.
Yeah, we are back to Q2, and like Trev said, there's a few people out early. That's not Rowden, so it's got to be it's Val, isn't it? It's not going to be Sid. Val, the first to lead their round, followed by, I think that's Mikey, is it? Or Blitz? It is Mikey. They're going to have to separate themselves down in that pack.
It's like wacky races.
It is, they are out all early. They're all going to have to really separate themselves. As we will go on board with Mike. No, it's not Mike. Yeah, it's Mikey now. He's got himself a little bit of a gap. The rest do that as they follows, as the majority of the grid in Q2 is now in Sector 3. It's one of the busiest Q2s I've seen this early.
Oh no. I'm beginning to think, has there been a weather update they've got with rain's imminent or something?
Oh. Like it comes around to the end of Sector 3, donning a very, well, he's donning a Ferrari helmet. Some Carlos Sainz helmet, but it does actually suit the car or the Alfa Romeo quite a lot because of the colours. Start Sector 3 and down the hill. Yellows for a slow moving car. That will be, that's Cedric, because he had a moment in Sector 1. Mikey will be running, I'm sure these will be used tyres. 115, rail 115, 2. And there's a couple of guys going in.
I can confirm
Where's
that
the hound?
Civic has turned his ERS back off.
Yeah, here we're going again now. There's quite a few drivers just coming in. Maybe they came out just for a little bit of an extra run. Go on board. Is that Matt's invalidated? Cedric has turned off. We'll be going now. Are they fresh or used? Not sure.
Mr. Indy's coming around the last few corners in Sector 3.
The 16-2. 291 from Mr. Indy. Matt is in Sector 1. He is following Cedric very, very closely. Ah, Matt's gone!
Oh!
His wheel's gone, Matt's out!
Well, I'm
Ferrari
saying
in the mud.
so much I wanted to say, but I'm just not going to.
Cool on streams for everyone's viewing entertainment. Go back to a proper driver in Cedric. So we lose Matt. 4 more to follow. So the last corner right on the line. A little bit of a snap from the car as he crosses the line. And it will be a 116.9. Puts in P7, but I'm sure they're probably used. He had a couple of extra runs on him. Syrah went P6. Mr. Indy is in. We're going to have a reset. My monitor decided to die mid-lap. Unlucky blitz. She got time to come out and go again. Well, you said P14. Technically, it'd be P15. So you're only just out, Alan. Someone else crashes with no time. It depends on alphabetical order, I think. I don't know how it works. Yep, we got Hound going now. I think these are going to be fresh runs. They pitted after their last bit. Ah, it goes by driver number. Thank you, Sarah. I don't know what driver number he is off the top of my head. And around the chicane.
He'll be followed by Antho, I think.
The Antho. As Hound comes around the last corner, should probably be pinning some power there. Nice fresh tyres. Oh,
Antho goes
16.4.
P4.
Round P8. Round Raza, new fastest 14.888. Dodo's is leaving the pits. Rubber duck. Round the final corner, it's looking like gonna be half decent, is it? 15.4 goes P5.
P5.
Blitz. Now start focusing on these guys that are a little bit in, starting to look towards the sort of the drop zone.
We've got an update. Cedric is telling us that Matt has been taken to the medical centre as a precaution.
Should be taken to like the oh, Mikey, new fastest for 114. Should be going to check his racing documents are legal. He'd be alright after that crash. It was a slow one.
I would question whether he actually holds a full driving licence, to be honest.
Thank you, Cedric, for the bits. All of 2 of them. Every little helps, as Tesco say. Five minutes remain. We've got a couple of drivers now just coming round. We've got Rubber Duck coming in. Vale in sector 1. J7 is coming round now to pass the line.
Dodo's just started his flying lap.
14.3 from J7 BP. Let's go on board with Vale. He's looking just to dislodge the top ones now and just cement a place into Q3. Got breathalyzing from Syrah in the chat. Around the chicane, looking fairly smooth so far. Final corner, lovely exit, looking very, very good on 14.360. P2 it is.
Dodo's just coming up line now.
P3, it'll be enough to get him through into Q3. Mr. Indy.
Not much at all splitting that top 4.
We've got 114.330, and then there is just over 1/10 from separating P1 and P4, really, 1.5 tenths. And then 4 tenths down to P5 from P4.
Here's Mr. Indy. Come at the line.
P9, 16 dead. Now got 3 drivers in P11, 12, 13, all on the out lap. P11 has just started. That's Hound. He is on his hot lap now. Hound is a driver you would fully expect to be into Q3. Already 6 attempts up at the end of Sector 1. J7 retired in the pits, happy. Remember, we just lose the 4 drivers now. How much we got left? Is that 2 minutes?
Oh, Citizen validated.
Got 2 minutes 50 seconds left. Hound improved by 1.5 seconds. That's going to put him enough for P6 as it stands. Still got Sector 3 to go.
Sidic's up by half a second through Sector 1.
Comes Hound across the line. Got a 1:14.4. Goes P3 safely into Q3. Go back down to Cedric. These guys are dropping. Or they're at risk in the drop zone now. Comes up to the chicane. It's a make or break corner. Took it nice and smooth. Wouldn't have done himself any harm at all with that one. As he comes across the line, it's a 1:16.1. Oh, it's P11.
Oh,
He's got time. Recharge yourself. Recharge yourself.
thousandths of a second. That's what splits him from P10.
He needs to recharge, and he's got one more attempt. In the pits, he's happy. Rowden is pushing. Nope, he's switched off. He's not proving Serum. He's flashing. This is his last attempt. Comes up to Minerali. Oh, he's invalidated.
Again.
He's not happy. Give it a one more the car. Rowden will be going now, so we still have it. Blitz is finishing Sector 1, 3 tenths up. Blitz do as it comes into the hard section. You need to knuckle it down if you want to post yourself a decent time.
Oh, Sidic's not going again. He's giving it up.
Cedric, unfortunately, out in Q2.
By 7 thousandths of a second.
Sierra also out. Blitz looking to get himself out at the cost of a Williams. It is P7. Knocks Mr. Indy down, but Mr. Indy is pushing now. I think he is. He's going on board with Rowden. As he's invalidated. Oh, he's struggling with that car. He has invalidated. It's all down to the Williams of Mr. Indy.
He needs a big chunk, though.
Unlucky Cedric.
So Indy's going to have to improve his lap by 6 tenths, which is a big ask.
Let's have a look at the end of Sector 2. It's only just under a 1.5 temps. You need a mega Sector 3 here. I think he's going to run out of ERS. Crosses the line to leave him in the drop zone and eliminated from Q2. That means Blitz and Anfro are safe. Mr. Indy, Cedric, Syrah, Rowden and the crash of PRL Matt They are the drivers that are eliminated. And as we have our top 10 cemented now, we'll wait for the drivers to come around. We will take a short break. Cooking indeed. That is Vale out again.
Yep, I think it's Hound that's just behind him.
Here we go, will be, is it a Rubber Duck? And then Night Owl, then Hound.
Everybody's coming out in formation up again. No, apart from Dodos, clearly. Sorry, Jeff.
Dodos.
Yeah, I got ahead of myself there.
Now it's 0.6 from 6.
Oh, we've
I
got some
remember my
racing
place.
on the outlap. Night Owl's just overtaken somebody, but I can't quite work out who it is yet.
See, I just don't trust that. I just don't trust the game.
Yeah.
Because you know what the game's like. I'm sure it won't do anything because they're not technically on a push lap, they're on an out lap. But I still don't trust it at all. The Vale is the one that's leading us around again in Q3.
Okay.
Comes around the
Night
last
Owl
corner.
has just passed back again. Clearly, people are just having fun on the outlap.
Not a bad way to wobble tyres up.
But maybe doing the old, trying to see who's going to get a bit of a draft from the one in front. Get some extra DRS power.
We are riding on board, clearing all the data off the screen as we are fully on board inside Vale's cockpit. There's an in-depth view and look of a lap round Imola. comes around the final corner and he's going to cross the line for 1:14.559. They may be a soft pair.
Soft pair?
Soft pair of softs. A fresh pair of softs.
Oh, J7BP has decided no on
in.
this occasion. He's back at the pits.
Mikey, final corner. 14.573. Dodos is on an out lap. Stand by with Dodos then as he's starting his hot lap in Q3. His first attempt. Driver that we know is more than capable of putting his car on provisional pole. Comes around to the start of Sector 2. It's a very slight uphill. Going into a heavy left hand. If you don't get it right, it's very easy to invalidate on the right hand side. Then brings you back down the hill into Aqua Mineral. Just lifting off as you go uphill again. Trying to coast it around that bottom corner. Very easy for the car to over rotate into the chicane. Always right on the absolute limit on the exit. And again, back down the hill. Keeping your car just on line as it... Oh, he just crosses the line on the right hand side. As he validates. Where is all my data? Where is all my data? So J7BP is the next one. He's only just come out of the pits though. He'll be looking at his... Getting his tyres up to speed and up to heat and tyre and temperature. And we've got 6 minutes remaining now, so it's getting quite tight if a mistake...
I know, I'm just
could
thinking
be costly.
If Dodos is one more set of fresh softs, he'd be as well just going in at the end of this and
I think he's got to, yeah.
them.
Got to make that call now. It's one of those things when you're driving around tracks like these, you think you've always got enough time, and then by the time you've got round half of the next lap, you go, oh god, it's going to be a lot tighter than you think it is.
Yep, Dodos dives into the pits. So have you got your alarm set for 3:55 AM
No.
towards the Grand Prix?
No.
Me neither.
I like F1. You know,
There's-
I enjoy doing it. I enjoy watching it. I love the races, love the quali. That's not a bit of me. There's no way I'm that much of a diehard fan.
No. There's some of the early ones, like maybe 6 AM, 7 AM.
Yeah. Push, I could do those
yeah.
ones.
4 AM, no.
It's a bit extreme. It's one of those sports as well. If it's not a good race, it's gonna absolutely kill you.
Yeah. And if you think I'm cranky tonight, oh, can you imagine if I'm up from 4 AM tomorrow?
What annoys me,
Nice.
while we're just on board with JP, I woke up this morning and I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch the highlights. Bearing in mind, like I said, I like F1 and I love watching F1. Watching the highlights of an F1, whatever it will be, quali or race,
Yeah.
is the worst thing in the world. They are just pointless highlights. As the sport itself, it doesn't work as highlights on a highlights reel. It
No.
doesn't. But when I watched it this morning, I thought I'd watch it anyway because I know what they are, so I'll watch it anyway. And obviously I woke up and I saw Albon had crashed in Q2. And obviously the only Williams on there at the moment, and it's crashed in Q2, so I thought that's quite a big thing. Definitely with Albon, he is lately in a good, good bit of form. They didn't show that in the highlights.
Well, yeah, because I was going to say I watched. Is it I think it was on at 6:30 this morning, or 7:30. Qualifying hits on Sky F1, and I was like, I watched that, and I didn't know that he crashed in Q2. So
The
please don't tell me
yes,
that. Please don't tell me that they now have no cars.
Well, they said they can fix it.
Right.
But yeah, again, Albon crashed in Q2, ripped his wheel off, and damaged the chassis. But in the highlights, not a dicky bird about it, which I think is probably the highlight of the whole session.
Yeah. Well, given that they don't have any spare chassis, and that's why he's having to drive Logan's car. It's strange.
Well, maybe it was. I'm pretty sure he crashed in quali. I understand I knew about his FP1 crash.
Yeah, he crashed in FP1 and destroyed his car, and they don't have a spare chassis. So Logan Sargent was basically told,
"Yeah, you're
not going round out. You're giving up your car."
Maybe he didn't. Maybe I was getting confused then.
I think you maybe are.
I might be, because I didn't watch FP1. And I only saw it this morning that he had crashed, and then I watched the quali highlights and knew he'd gone out. It must have been a coincidence. Ignore me if I'm wrong, but still, my point still stands. The qualifying highlights, or any highlights of the race or anything like that, are just absolutely useless. No, someone's going to have to do a little bit of research for me now just to make sure. He did go out in Q2 still.
Yeah. So I'm going to assume that J7BP retired in the pits because he went first.
Yes. Again, it's that time, and he didn't leave himself enough time. He did set a new fastest of a 1:14.1, which is the fastest so far of this qualifying session. As Vale comes round now, it's 1:14.332. It's P3. I'm not sure if Mikey is going. He is marginally up in Sector 1. Night out in Sector 1. Raza, excuse me, has just started. Right, fair enough. Yeah, I obviously got my stories and my media outlets have confused myself. But yeah, but it's still pointless watching the highlights.
Hound goes P1.
He does go P1, and then Mikey
goes P2.
Some very quick laps. We've got the 1:14 deads are in now. I'm trying to work out who was next. Dodo's the 6-1. It will be Razza is invalidated. That's the end of his quali.
Night Owl's just invalidated as well, and he was up by 6/10.
Oh, that would have been a 14.5. That would have put him P5. That is an Alfa Romeo. That is Blitz is going. He is improving at the moment. He is 6/10
was also invalidated.
The end of Razza's Blitz. Final corner was 6/10 up. Is enough to probably push, dislodge Razza. Has he got it? P5. 14.8. Dodos. Can he dislodge anyone in the top 3? Barrel down to P4, retired. Dodo's final attempt. What's it going to be? 14.058 P2. And for
those times said.
Absolute stunning quali. Anfo goes in. And that will be qualification round Imola. That leaves Hound on P1, Dodo's P2, Mikey P3, J7 VP P4, Val P5, VRNL Blitz with an absolute stellar performance in Q3, puts him P6, Robert up P7, and Fo, the reserve this weekend, P8, Night Owl and Razza Gamer to bring up P9 and 10. So there we have it. There is your top 10 going into the race around Imola, which we will come back and join in a few short minutes.
Well, it takes more than a bit of rain to dampen the enthusiasm in these parts, especially when Ferrari are leading both world championships. The cathedral doors have been opened for the first time here at Imola since 2006, and the pilgrims have made their way for their Sunday service. Welcome around to round 4 of the Formula One World Championship in 2022. It's the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, and this, the Imola track, staging a World Championship Grand Prix for the 30th time. Top speed in the dry of 189 miles an hour, 1 DRS zone, 19 turns, and a run of 575 metres from pole to the first braking zone, where we saw in 2021 Hamilton and Verstappen tangling as Verstappen took the lead from third on the grid, where his teammate Sergio Perez starts today. Perez in the race came a cropper down at the Villeneuve chicane, sliding off into the gravel. Conditions very similar then to how we'll start this race today. And this was Lewis Hamilton sliding off the track. He was lucky to rejoin after a red flag and come back to finish on the podium. It is a damp start to the race here today. It's been raining for the last few hours, but has stopped in the last 20 minutes. So I think we will see the intermediates and the wets being used. Will we see the slick tyres as more rain is forecast to come during the course of this race? C4, C3 and C2, the slick compound tyres that we're using this weekend.
Welcome. Sorry about the short delay, but longer than usual. We are back for the race. Just waiting for the drivers to get their setups back on, and then they will be given a ready up message to get this underway. It will be a clear race. We will not have any rain throughout this session. A lovely day in Imola.
Yes.
Don't know when this ready up's coming now. And they've all gone for a picnic.
I know. I've only got 20 minutes for my bedtime.
Feeling like it. I'm going to have words with him soon. There we go.
Hey!
So we've got drivers lined up. It will be a formation lap. First, let's go through the tyres strategies that we've got on grid. The majority just slightly favouring the mediums over the hards. No softs in sight. So we do have the top 6 on the mediums. 7, 8 and 9 on hards, and then 10, 11 and 12 mediums. Syrah electing to go for the hards down in P13, and then mediums from Rowden and Matt, and Hayes and Roommaster at the back of the grid electing for the hard compound. God, where is he? Down in P12. Cedric. Both Aston Martins behind the Hash driver. And Matt in 15 after his crash in Q2. And Remaster is back in. Starting from the back of the grid after desync. So the top drivers just now coming into the last corner to get themselves back on the grid. It's a long, long run into turn 1. Probably one of the longer ones of the calendar, bar. There's not too many others that are longer than this one, not off the top of my head. Mexico's obviously the longest. Yeah, they can't. That is, Japan's quite long. Again,
Russia.
yeah, it's.
But it's not.
Russia. I used to like racing Russia.
Yeah, so did I, funnily enough.
As
Right.
we do have the grid lined up. We are
I
1,
want to
2,
do
3,
very back
4,
Master.
5 lights, and we are away at Imola. Dodos gets off well. Hound gets off well. Mikey has a little bit of a slow start. J7BP is up on the inside. On the outside, sorry. Vale and... Mikey gets himself across. To block off Vale.
Oh,
And we have a Williams and Alpine side by side. Oh, there's a bit of a bump there. AlphaTauri's gone a little bit wide. Of that, most everyone through unscathed.
yep.
Cedric has lost 3 places in the space of 4 corners.
Well, they all started grouping into turn 1, and Hayes backed off. I think Sid backed off, and you just saw Matt going flying up the inside of them both. I think Matt wasn't caring.
Oh, we got Ampho and Raza Gamer going very, very close. I think
That's
sometimes
twice
on a race start, you've just got to be a little bit sensible. If it means losing a couple of positions, but you run unscathed, then so be it.
Yep. That's Hayes past Cedric as well. And Remaster. Sid is not.
Where's
having
Ampho going? Ampho is exploring the gravel. He is. He just gets himself back in front of Hayes, but he's going to have some very dirty tyres.
Sid has not had a good lap 1. Let's just say that much.
No.
Sid up 3 places into the top 10.
Good start from Syrah. Good start from most of the drivers here as well, either staying or remaining. Only a couple that are losing out. Mikey's lost 1. Hound is down 2 places. Dodos is our leader.
So I'm assume that whatever happened in the middle of the pack has caused quite a slot from everybody, given that they're all fairly close together, and then you've got 2.5 seconds from P9 down to 7P10.
Yeah, Syrah is in front of that back pack. Looking to try and get on, latch onto him before the DRS is enabled, which it will be this lap. Dodo crosses the line. He does set the new fastest time. Your strategy is down the bottom. Mediums to hard seems to be the fairly right one. You won't get DRS on this time around. You will get it on the next one. I don't think there's only 1 DRS detection and 1 DRS zone around Imola. That is coming just before the pit or the finish line, due to finish just before the entrance to turn 1. There's another little gap forming as well now. We've got down from P5 to P6.
Yep.
We've got a lovely hilly view as we go up and around Aquaminerali into the chicane, where Dodos is just trying to give himself a little bit of a breathing space down from P2 trying to build that gap. DRS all the way back from him down to P5. And then another small gap from P6 down to P9. And then Mr. Indy leading the last pack where there's DRS from P10 down to P17.
Oh, Hayes is off and into the wall.
Oh, where's Hayes gone? That's a... Did he go straight on? Did he hit the gravel?
No, he got either spun or did spin. I just went onto him as I saw his car sideways, and I went straight nose into the wall.
That's a couple of drivers there just starting to... Have just picked... Well, not picked up, sorry, in damage. They have just elected to go onto some fresh mediums, which is not a bad call. As it is a early safety car, lap 4. But Dodos is leading P1, J7BP P2, Hound is P3. Mikey is following closely behind. Oh, we got some pits. We got some pits. They are coming in. Dodos and J7 came in. Blitz coming and Rubber Duck and Razakema.
I mean, well, I don't know as well as these guys will, but I mean, that's a long stretch on the hards. 27 laps?
It is, yeah. I mean, everyone on the grid's going to have to pit again, though, in theory. So they're going to just try and have a middle stint on the hards and then some mediums to the end, or even potentially soft stint to the end.
Well, Builders just went on the hards. The rest that were behind him have all went on the mediums. So, this could
Well, I
be
think
quite
Dodos is the right call, because what he's done is he's now got rid of his allotted pit stop. The rest still have to do it. So now if nothing happens and this safe car comes out or whatever, and he doesn't have that mindset now where he has to pit. If he wanted to, he could carry on. I mean, the hards are probably not going to last that long, even though they probably, by the game, they probably say they can. But now he's got free reign. The others have all got a pit because the mediums that went to mediums, you know, they've still got to get off those mediums.
Yep.
Dodos as now can go back onto the mediums towards the end and have a faster last stint, or the softs, which I think he'd probably do if there's no other stops in this race. The laps did looking in bit of a research into it earlier. The softs said they could last 14 laps. But they start to lose their grip, or when you normally get the call about, oh, we're worried about the tyre grip, around lap 7. They can last. One of the quickest strategies around here is actually softs to mediums, but you have to have some brilliant sort of tyre management to make them last on both stints. But it still doesn't really change the game plan for the medium drivers either. They're only young. They've been extended probably by a couple of laps now as well. They're just going to the hards to the end and carry on the one stop. It doesn't make too much difference. Not under a safety car anyway. Everyone gets a free pit under a safety car. You just might lose a couple of positions.
So I think the big question that we have here for ourselves is this. How much of a fight is Cedric going to put up with having Dodos right behind him on the fresh tyres?
me, you know, being really good friends with him, I was just like, yeah, you know, I just said to him when we was going around and we had our practice before, and I'd done about half hour and then retired, and I've read on board with him and tried to give him little tips that I do, being this, we run the same assists. And one of the big things I said to him is he needs to be more aggressive into the corners.
Right.
And I said he needs to be a bit more aggressive altogether. He's run those. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say we will wait bated breath to see how that pans out on this next lap. Now the safety car's coming in.
So he needs to trust those assists that he's running. Make them work in his favour. You know, on certain parts of the track. So I'd like to say he's going to, you know, stick that Haas, make it really, really wide. I mean, realistically, on Dodo's being on fresh tyres behind is probably not going to happen. That's for the majority of the grid, not just Sid. He's compromised himself a little bit by sitting in the middle of the track there, and he's really had a bad sector. Last couple of corners there. I think he felt the pressure. He's got Dodo's and JB. He's moving over to the right, left-hand side. Dodo's is going down the in. J7BP is also going inside. There's also now for Romeo trying to join in the fight as well. That is, and he does. He backs out a little bit. Oh! Uh-oh.
Oh, I just saw
Alpha
carbon
and
fiber.
Taris have come together, and Alpha Tari locked in between. Well, Sid's had to avoid action, and it looks like Rubber Duck has hit the back wheel of Sid's Haas and ripped off his end plate. Nothing that Sid could do there to avoid it. The Alpha Tari just went a little bit too close for comfort.
At front, Hound, Mikey, Vale and Night Owl have already put nearly 2 seconds on Mr. Windy and P5.
This is what they want to do now. Rowden and J7 are past. Sorry, not Rowden. J7 and Blitz are past Rowden. Dodo's is up down the outside of Matt. Might be having a bit of a nosebleed up in P8. It's J7 on the back of him. Using a bit of burning on his ERS to try and get past. But Matt looks like he's burning as well. He's not letting J7 past. Might do now as J7 cuts down the inside. He's going to have the inside line. He does. Dodo's is now on the back of Mr. Indy and the Alpine of Remaster. Oh, Dodo's looking down the inside of Mr. Indy. Gets a brilliant XC. He's very good and very early on the power. J7 looking for it as well.
Vale and Mikey have switched places at the front.
So he gets in, J7 gets past. That's maybe a 10-4-2 after a little bit of contact with Mr. Indy. There are overtakes happening on the grid as someone simultaneously. Raza Gamer going around the outside. Dodo's has gone past Brewmaster. Raza ran the outside of Matt. Gets it done and keeps it in track limits. Dionis isn't able to get after the safety car restart. Blitz having a good race so far, after hitting a couple of laps before, or sorry, under the safety car, now back up into P8. Dodo's have got a little bit of work to do now to get on the back of this leading pack. 2.4 seconds, J7 just using Dodo's to do exactly the same. Rubber Duck picks up an early 3. Oh, who was that? That was Raiders, a game around the outside of Mr. Indy. I think the Rubber Duck was the one. Oh, that's had he picked up the end plate damage from the back of the Haas.
Yeah.
Oh, we were Antfo struggling. Keep that car fighting. J7 picks up a 3 as well. That's going to be big in the long run.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're
And
just
try past Mr. Indy.
starting to close the gap on the top 4.
Who is on the back? Oh, there's now Terry. JT, that's it, is Blitz. Having another overtake down the first straight on Remaster this time. He's up into P7. It's a strong performance so far from Blitz. We've got Sidric and Rowden very, very close now. I'm not sure if Sidric took the move on Rowden going down the straight.
Raza also is now past Brewmaster. Oh! And Brewmaster's round. He's kept it out of the wall.
He has kept it out of the wall. Was that just a oversteer?
I think so. Again, it was a bit like Hayes. I just went on and saw him going off to the left and
Sidric
heading
flies
towards the
past.
wall,
It's very, very easy to oversteer coming out of that corner. Yep, it looks like Rue's having a little bit uncomfortable at the moment. Those tyres are probably running a little bit on the hot side. Rowden picks up a 3 as well. He was off previously round the top of turn 7.
Brewmaster just went so deep.
And Vale
well
is leading this race. Sorry, I've not really focused on the top 2. There's been a lot going on down the grid. As J7 is past Night Owl.
Brodo's now within DRS of the top 3.
Yeah, he's done well to get in here. Has got fresher tyres. He can go longer runs as well, being on the hards. These guys are just starting to drop. Williams in P6 now.
Could see a move on Indy by Silla shortly.
Do Sidric is 4.9 seconds off of P13, but he does have a penalty. Just keep his head in there. Syrah is just waiting at the moment, just buying his time. He's got to use the DRS coming up. It's all good practice for someone like Syrah. He's just converted back over to the wheel. This is a track. He's had a couple of hard tracks to actually try to do it on. We watched him during the week around Singapore. Wasn't great, and he knows it wasn't great, but it was a very hard race to come back onto. Dodos is up now into P3 as he gets past Mikey on the fresher compound.
Silla is indeed past Mr. Indy.
I need multiple camber angles here. I can't keep up with all the overtakes. Who have we got? Rowden is past Sidric. Oh, Rowden's gone a little bit wide. He's struggling with some of these corners round here. He's already picked up a 3. Sidric gives him a little bit of room. Probably too much respect as well. It gave Rowden a nice clear exit on that corner. Mikey picks up a 3. That's pretty big. That's early on, lap 12. Mikey picking up a 3. He will not be happy about that.
I'd imagine we're going to see the lead change hands again here.
Go back to the top. It is Hound on Vale. He's got a lovely run up now. A little bit of help with DRS. DRS as well. Dodos is going around the outside. Vale has lost 2 places down the straight. That's how long the straight is. Easily done round here. We've got 2 cars on really pushing behind. The straight is long enough, probably long enough for 3. It was Hound. Hound has a little bit of a compromise on his exit around turn 4 and 5. Does keep out the gravel just. think it's very, very important now for the guys that do not have penalties, definitely in this top pack. They need to keep themselves penalty free, so Dodos needs to keep himself penalty free. Blitz picks up a free as we say it. Down in P7. That's already going to affect his time by a couple of his positions at the moment. We should see Dodos taking the lead of Imola. He's looking down the inside of Hounds. He gets past, and so does Vale. Again, it's two overtakes in succession.
Just drop Matt out of DRS in time. Mikey's in the pits.
J7 BP is past Hound as well with fresh tyres. Don't think Hound fights that too much, but you can probably tell that he's not got the pace at the moment compared to Dodos and J7.
So Mikey joins at the back on a fresh set of hards. That will be him until the end of the race.
Yep. I mean, it'd be interesting to see. I did say to Sid, the undercut here is powerful. Same as the DRS, as Alan has said, is so powerful around here.
The top 4 have dropped Night Owl back now.
4
Vale and
seconds.
Hound have done well in that they're still in P2 and P4 in their original mediums.
Yeah.
But imagine with Mikey pitting that they will no doubt, indeed Vale is in the pits. Hound is elected to stay out though. So where will Vale come out in relation to Mikey?
That's what we're on board. We're on board with Mikey now. So I did say that
He's going to be comfortably in front, I think.
it's a lot longer than you think, though, Imola. That's the problem. It seems that pit exit just seems to keep going and going and going. He's going to come into a little bit of traffic here. He is, a Mikey on warmer hards is just behind. So it weren't a bad call from Mikey, and it weren't a bad call from Vale to get himself in. As there's an Aston Martin wide. That is Rowden again. He's having a horrendous time. Round sector 1. Mr. Indy with a free. Cedric picks up a free. I was just thinking he's doing quite well so far. Everyone around him's got 3 seconds.
Vale gets round past
Oh,
them.
here's that Brewmaster trying to move down Cedric. He's got swamped a little bit there. Going round the chicane. Try and move down the chicane. It's not great. Oh,
Mikey's
is gone. Mikey and Brewmaster had a big coming together. Mikey's gone. Oh,
Mr. Indy's
dear.
picked up a 5, speeding in the pit lane.
Mikey has gone. I didn't see what happened there. I saw there was too many cars trying to attempt to move in the chicane.
Yep.
And then it looked like Cedric got swamped a little bit, and then the 2 cars that were overtaking him had it coming together. And unfortunately, Mikey has come off the absolute worst.
Well, I mean, that'll be good news to Kenyon. Mikey's challenge, unfortunately.
Remaster is in the pits now. He did have a wing change. Cedric's gone in, so has Rowden. Yeah, that will be something again. I'm sure the stewards will be involved in. Can't
J7.
comment on it. I didn't see it.
J7 must have got past Dodos just before the safety car came out.
Rowden. Drive-free penalty.
And Dodos is in the pits again, are all the front runners. So
Yep.
this will be the soft score, mediums going on. So yes, Dodos is on the mediums, J7BP in the lead is on the hards.
Rubber Duck is finally getting that wing change after just coming up to the back of the Haas and taking off his end plate. He's getting a new wing. J7. So yeah, Dodo's J7 Hound. The earlier pit from J7 and Dodo's has not done any harm. While we're under the safety car, I'm just going to take a quick toilet break.
We've just about got everybody grouped back up again. Just 3 at the back or 4 at the back, just about to catch up with the tail end. Imagine that the safety car will come in on the next lap and we get racing again. So a bit like at the start, got quite the mix of hards and mediums. Probably 50-50 split, but everybody is now on new tyres. Master on the mediums has decided to pit again. And go on another set of mediums. A brand new set this time.
I am back.
So
Safety car should be in.
it should be this next lap. I'm saying it just everybody kind of got up to back, and then Remaster decided that he was going to go in and take off his 2-lap old set of mediums and put on a new set of mediums.
Oh yeah, he should be easily be able to catch up anyway.
Yeah. So really, the grid are on 1 to 3 lap old tyres. The entire grid.
Mr. Really doing a good job, as Alice said in the chat. Up into P8 on got slightly fresh mediums compared to the rest of the grid. Everyone is basically around the sort of same ballpark now, and we'll be looking going to the end. There are a lot of penalties.
Yes.
A lot of penalties. I think the majority are free, and I think there's going to be some drive-throughs in there as well. Yes, we're saying Mr. Indy's doing a god. He's on 8 seconds. That's going to be quite heavy towards the end of the race. We've got one drive-through. The safety car is in this lap. J7 is leading.
Yeah, that drive-through is going to hurt Rowden.
J7 going as late as possible. Unfortunately now, everyone knows when he's going to go.
And they're away.
And they do. J7 is leading. Hound has gone past. Blitz is up into P4. Everyone's slotting into position. Hound and Dodos are coming together. That is Hound and Dodos to the back of the grid.
That was not good.
Wasn't good. I think it's one of those positions that you've just got to have some patience going into these corners.
Yeah.
Really have. It's just when you look back on it, it's a silly move. Night Owl is past J. Keep calling J's. Is it Blitz? And what's his last one? JT Blitz, wasn't it before?
Yeah, JT. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I think the case with Dodos and Hound was that neither wanted to give up that P2 position on the back of G7.
No.
And it's cost them both, so.
We think after a fairly quiet week last week that there's going to be some stewards' decisions are going to be made this week. As Rubber Duck is up into P6 from Syrah. Mr. Indy's already lost 2 places down from I think it was P7.
Hound is in for a new wing. I've got that thing again where my timing thing is not telling me when the drivers are in the pits, but
okay, so yeah, Rowden is in, Hound is in, Dodo stayed out. I'm not sure if it was more of a pit manoeuvre. So Dodo's in theory has come away scot-free. Hound might have picked up front wing. Hound's wing does look intact. Matt in P10 just following Mr. Indy, but again, Matt's he's had a bit of a snake. He is penalty free. The Master's now looking down the outside of Matt. He gets that move done. DRS is enabled again. Dodo's is now on the back of Matt. So we've got Rubber Duck Fail up into P6. Many penalties are showing now. Dodo's has passed Matt. Sid is in P13. He's got a healthy lead on P14 and P15. Bale is very close to Anfo. Now we are going to see a DRS available. Will be there to use. J7 is leading 1.3 at the moment. J7 just needs to keep himself consistent and out of trouble. He has got penalties, but he's going to have to keep that consistent speed, and you have a good chance of holding off to P1. Definitely if the rest of the grid starts getting into a little bit of a battle.
so there's now the back of the Master and Mr. Indy. So you can see Master 2.
Blitz and Raz getting around close. Hound picks up a 3.
The Master gets past Mr. Indy.
Oh, a couple of guys just going a little bit squirrely into turn 1 and 2. Val goes down the inside of turn 5.
So there's
Turn
goes
6.
up the inside of Mr. Indy. So turn 4. Feel like I'm watching an angry Dodos here. I feel the way he's carving through the field.
You feel it a little bit. You do get those type of moments when you feel a little bit unjust. Not saying it was Hound's fault because we obviously don't know, but they were running well. And yeah, you do get that a little bit of grit. No Dodos can do it though. He's running out of laps. He has got someone else to do some work, but is he going to impose himself on these top guys?
I mean, like I said about the unfortunate situation with Mikey, the person that's benefiting from all of this is our absent champion, who's Hound, Mikey.
I always
and
say, I've never known someone who has so much luck.
well,
every time someone spins out or crashes, because he's so consistent as well. Like you go, oh, that's just favourite Kenan. No, that's favourite Kenan. Or when Kenan has a little bit of a spin, obviously it happens every now and then. But it's like when that happens, no one else has a good race. Right now, he's not
I-
here, and the top guys haven't really done too much so far.
I would say that I have as much luck as Kenyon. Unfortunately, mine's just the bad type.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he's
to
probably
say-
looking at this now, or whenever he sees it and go, "Oh my god!" Like, you know, what an
well,
absolute
he did request
stroke.
that we say. He did
I'm not going
request
to.
that-
All I'm going to do is
All
I'm
right.
going to manipulate it.
Exactly.
I'm
Watch
gonna,
the stream.
I'm gonna make it everything. I'm gonna send him a grid just in like I'm just gonna choose who I want to put in there. And for everyone he doesn't want to be at the top, just for fun. No, I'm sure he's probably watching. Let's be honest, we all know Lewis. I'm sure he's sitting there in that shower next to that phone with the stream on.
Exactly.
Oh,
Small
Blitz! Rubber Duck and
Yeah.
Razor
Oh,
Gamer
there's-
all at the moment. Well, not a
I-
moment. I look like Blitz had a complicated entrance and it slowed the rest of the pack up. And to be
Yeah.
fair to him, there was no contact. It did cost Razor 3 seconds.
Yeah, that.
And there
somebody-
goes Blitz.
Yeah.
Blitz is in the wall. He is going. Why is that safety car? He's going. Oh. Imola does it. And we had this last time at Imola, I think.
Well, this will help out Indy because she'll be able to go in and get rid of his 5 seconds.
So the safety car was Blitz round, but he instantly turned himself around and got going again. Far too quick, old Burner, to get in and out. Jeez. Must have sprint to his car like a fireman and shot off.
Oh, everybody going to dive in for soft? Yep, it looks that way. Again, I don't have the graphic up, so I'm just going on board and seeing
It will
lots
be
of people in
so
the
far.
pits.
Night Owl is a bit further ahead. Mr. Indy, another
Oh,
5.
Indy's
Mr. Indy.
He's went in to get rid of one and picked up another.
So yeah, everyone in the pits, everyone putting on softs. Why would you not? By the time the safety car comes in, it's going to be lap 26. The softs will last easily. Rowden picks up a 5 as well. It's not been a good race so far for Rowden. Who is that? Hound stays out on the 5-lap mediums. I mean, that's not a bad shout because they're not going to feel terrible by the end of this race. They're probably going to be on par with the softs.
Miraculously, somehow, amongst all that, Dodo's was back up into 6th place.
Yeah, on fresh softs as well. More than capable. And so far, touch wood, no penalty.
Penalty free. So yes, we could, after what we were saying just before the safety car, if indeed Kenyon is lying on his bed in Portugal watching the stream, he's just thrown his phone across the room. They're now on softs and can make up the places again. I don't know why I just put the thought of Kenyon on a bed in a hotel room in my head, and I really wish I hadn't. I can't escape the images now. Oh. So, Mr. Indy put on a fresh set of mediums. I'm assuming, because he knows he's got to come in and get rid of that 5. He'll come this time and put on the fresh softs.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. He's stayed out. What? What? Indy. I'm just going to say it. It's a terrible decision. Or is he waiting until the next lap? Have we got another lap at the safety car? I can't think. I lost count now.
Wow, actually, yeah, should be in this one now. I thought it was
Right,
going to
so-
be in before, but it hadn't done a full lap technically, yeah, so...
Yeah, because Rowden's went and he's got rid of his 5. That was a mistake by Indy, I've got to say. It's easy for me to say from here in the comments box, given that I've not raced in nearly a year, though. Please don't kill me, Indy.
Should be in this lap, should be. Rest of the grid's there apart from Rowden, but he will be there by the time the safety car comes in. J7 BP went very, very late last time. I think with someone like Night Owl behind him and a few drivers in between people like Dodos and stuff like that, then it's not
He's going to have to give the safety car a bit of... Mind you,
it's not,
we
it
have not-
hasn't said,
Yeah.
no, it hasn't said. Maybe he's deemed that Rowden's not there enough.
Indy, please come in the time and get rid of your 8 seconds. Or 5 seconds, rather.
Penalties, Alan, are as follows.
Oh, Indy's staying out.
3 for the leader, which is why he needs to get himself down the road as quick as possible. Vale is probably at the moment, as it stands, under the safety car before this lap has restarted. This race restarted, looking for a fairly firm P1. Rubber Duck and Amphe 3 seconds. Rue and Raza 3 for Rue and 6 for Raza. Blitz is 3 seconds down in P11. Mr. Indy is 8 seconds. That will hurt come the end of the race. Cedric 3, Hound 3 and Rowden 6. So Cedric, there's 2 of them actually. Cedric has only done 2 stops, the same as Night Owl. Positional changes, have a quick look. Night Owl up 7 places. Rubber Duck Anfo up 3. Dodo's down 4 as it stands. Syrah up 6. Brewmaster up 9. Matt's up 5. And then the rest of the grid underneath are all down.
I'm going to shoot. Let's
That's
test
fine,
something. Safety car in this lap. Yep. The Mr. Indy stayed out on those mediums. He's still got that 5 seconds. I want to assume that he's got no new softs. So he's just thinking, what is even the
But
point
he's
in
got
coming
to
in?
have
and-
used softs though, hasn't he? Even if they're a lap or 2,
Yeah.
like 5-6%.
True.
They're going to be better than what those... Well, saying that, they're probably not, but you're going to be a little bit faster. Definitely for the end of this race, surely, on those softs.
And we're getting rid of the 5 seconds. That's.
And yeah, exactly. No, it's one of those ones. It's very, very difficult.
Oh,
to,
J7BP got a sneaky start there. He was
he
weaving
gone
way over the
early?
left
He's
and he
gone.
suddenly fired away. And I don't think might have saw it coming at all.
I think he had to do that. He had
Yep.
to do that.
I would imagine everybody's going to be burning ERS on this first lap.
Yeah, we haven't got many laps to go. Rail has got to get past Night Owl. J7.
The Master must have got caught napping. He's nearly 2 seconds back already. And in fact, the 2 cars right behind him are absolutely trying to push him around. Syrah and Matt. Oh, sorry,
Raza game has passed.
Raza and Syrah.
And then it's 2.5 from Silver to Man. Like you said, that's massive. Early on, less than half a lap.
Yeah. I think he must have been sleeping. Night Owl, 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, you're looking here. Rail. Sid picks up another one.
Sid. They will
Bowers
be
really want to get it past there.
desperate, yeah.
But they're all going to burn. Night Owl is burning. Val looks like he's actually getting a little bit closer now. He's probably going to have that move done before he's going to break. He is. He's fast. He's got that done. He's done a good job now.
Good racing.
Now just needs to stay as close as he can.
Dodos is yet to get past Antho. I think Rubber Duck and Ant are going to hold him up here. This could be good.
Dodo's overshot that into turn 6. I mean, this for Dodo's should, unfortunately for him, Night Owl and Vale haven't got penalties, and he's a bit too far away from J7 at the moment. Oh, I've just jinxed it. Absolute jinxed it. How many times over this past couple of weeks have I said something and it's jinxed it? Honestly. He's now going to have to battle it out to get into that top. Oh, a little bit of contact with Room Master there. Oh, no, sorry, Antho.
Bale's not made much of a dent J7BP, but he just has to stay within that 3 seconds, so...
He knows what he's going to do, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Just stay where you are, do what you're doing. Wins in the bag for him as long as he keeps his nose clean. Go back down the rest of the grid, how are we doing? Hound is up. Passes for our teammate, he's now got Blitz on the back of him. Mr. Indy's doing okay at the moment. He's keeping Sid at bay.
Well,
And he's actually gaining on Matt as well.
If he's
Maybe
got
the
8
mediums are just
seconds,
turning.
he's
Yeah,
got 8
that's a
seconds, and
killer.
Sid's got, and Sid's got 6. Sid's got to stay
Absolute
within
killer.
2 seconds of him. Because at the moment, Mr. Indy will drop to the back behind both Sid and
We're just
Ryder.
on lap 31. Onto the penultimate lap.
J7 is going to have to drive the best two laps
Up
of all life.
into P3.
Night Owl gets past
Rail
Dale.
and Night Owl, yeah.
That's cost them. Night Owl is now 3.4 behind. Dale is jumping at the bit to get back past them. This may have just, that overtake, if they had both stayed where they were, they would have taken second or third. But now, yeah, I think Night Owl will still remain second, but... Oh,
Sector
yeah,
1,
well,
Cedric.
Oh, Sid.
Got himself going again. Remaster picks up another 3.
That's a gamer picks up a 3.
Liz picks up another 3 as well. Everyone's picking up these late ones, sorry. Pushing too hard on these last couple of laps.
J7 must be looking at the screen and seeing the distance from him back to Night Owl and
I'll tell you what, Dodo's is flying past Night Owl as well. Dodo's has got past him. It's now Dodo's on the back of Vale. Oh, got 3 seconds.
Yeah,
I think unfortunately
Dodo's
for
well
Dodo's,
stalled.
that's going to kill him. That Night Owl's
Yeah.
too close. Vale 3.8 away, 3.7. J7 is out of ERS. Vale, we're going to stay on board with. He needs to get up 6/10, which we know someone like Vale can do.
No, I think that lap stuck behind Night Owl is done it for him. He's not going to make up 4/10 over this last sector.
No, Ryan picks up another 3 as well. No, probably not. J7 just needs to make sure he gets his corners right. And he does. And he will come home. P1 in Imola. Followed by Vale. He will have P2. Those will cross line in P3. But Night Owl will take P3. Rubber Duck P5. Anthony P6. Viewmaster P7. Syrah jumps 3 or 4 and goes up to P6.
It's a good result.
Matt's up into P11, Hound P9, Blitz P12, Mr. Indy P13, Rowden P14, and Sid coming round the final corner to cross the line in P15. Unlucky Blitz, you had a good start to the race. Drive Days Room Master. I will go, or we will go back and have a review.
Yes.
Alan Dodo's driver of the day for me. He was at the back multiple times and worked his way back through the field. The J7 BP takes P1, Vale P2, and Night Owl P3.
I am getting the race director for anyone
Chuck gets
requiring
the
it.
race director. We will run through the finishing order. J7 BP takes the win. Vale and Night Owl complete the top 3. Dodo's after an unfortunate spin and coming together with Hound. Stuz finishes P4. Roboduck P5, Syrah P6 from P13 on the grid. Anfo P7. It's a good race for the reserve of the Alpine as he beats the full-time reservist in Remaster. Full-time seat, sorry, Remaster in P8. Hound P9. Razagamer started P10 and finishes P10. Paramat is up into P11 from P15 in the grids. Blitz and Mr. Indy take P12 and 13. Rowden stayed 14th. Cedric drops a few positions down from P12 to P15. And unfortunate Mikey and Hayes DNF. The story of the day seems like it was a race that was deemed by a couple of little individual incidents, a couple of safety cars, early calls, and majority of penalties issued on track for track limits. So that does complete round 6 for equal tier. We will have round 6 tomorrow, realistic tier. We have drivers that are in new seats. New targets are issued. Some drivers remaining in their seats on the first 5 windows with new targets. But we will be round here again tomorrow for the realistic tier, which I think, looking at the lineup, is going to be throw out some interesting results and maybe some that are not so interesting.
Yes, I will, as always, be on comms, trying not to bite my nails off when Dodo sits in the pits until the last 2 minutes before Q1 ends.
So yeah, so join us for the same time tomorrow. Join Cedric and Trev on comms, and we shall see you then. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you. Goodbye.
You